Welcome back to Transform Evolve, where we're talking about 7 days of transformation in your life to make lasting change in a specific area. And I want to say I'm so proud of you guys for hanging in there, following the process, doing this for you to achieve lasting change in your life in this particular area. Now, if you're watching this video out of order, please go back and follow each video in order because this is an evolutionary process. So, welcome back. This is the final video of 7 videos to transform your life in this particular area. Now, previously we talked about action steps. We discussed time auditing, where you will just naturally feel this desire to reorganize your day, to see what things are suiting you and what things are not. What time are you spending? What energy are you spending? What resources are you using? And you're going to naturally gravitate to reorganizing all of that to make it in alignment with achieving your SMART goal. We discussed in previous videos, and I would highly encourage you to go back and visit the videos that talk about the SMART goal, where we celebrate and change the SMART goal after we've achieved 90% of what we're trying to achieve. So this is all evolutionary. It's step by step. There's videos where we talk about grounding. There's videos where we talk about the Ho'oponopono process, the release work. So if there are situations when you have new emotions possibly popping up, then go back and revisit those videos to do the forgiveness, the grounding, and the release work. So this can be evolutionary for you. It's not just a once and done. These are there for you to revisit, to assist you in your lasting momentum, lasting shift in this particular area of your life. So today we're going to talk about maintaining your progress, monitoring your progress, and what do you do from here? So maintenance would be simply, we've put your goal out into the future. You're going to do action steps. You will monitor your progress in those action steps and revise those action steps as more information comes to you. We visited yesterday regarding while you're sleeping, you'll get information because your unconscious mind is always working for you now that everything is in alignment to reach your goal. So 24 hours, 7 days a week, your unconscious mind is working to help you see opportunities now that you never saw before in order to achieve your goal, to find available resources, to problem solve when there's an opportunity to problem solve, to just receive the information that you need to know consciously. Your unconscious mind will bring that forward. That could happen when you wake up in the morning. It could happen in a dream while you're sleeping. It could just happen anytime during the day. So part of the monitoring and maintenance part of this whole process would be to just be consciously aware and update your plan. I would highly encourage, if you have not already, put all this in a notebook to where you have additional pages to keep notes, to track your progress as new thoughts, new emotions, new feelings come up. Document those. Practice the free writing as you are moving forward in your process, the automatic free writing to develop that awareness, that relationship with your unconscious mind. Because once you're completing the avatar here, you may want to look at doing another area of your life in 6 months. Now, we didn't really talk about this. I assume that you came to this particular video because of the area of life. You already knew it was an area that you wanted to focus in. What's interesting, though, is there could be another area of life that may not seem like it's a potential for, big shift in your life, but when you get to that area of life, it can create major shifts in a positive way in the current area you're working in and in other areas of your life. See, nothing is ever, compartmentalized. Everything has overlap. So let's say that relationships is the area you're working on, but career was an area that you did not work on and you do that in 6 months. Maybe, just maybe, career is going to help you foster the relationship that you're looking for because, financial resources plays a big role in safety of the environment that you provide for your relationship. It's just a possibility. Maybe that's not the case for you. Perhaps health you're working on health, but you lack the financial resources to obtain that health. So while we may clear all of the emotional traumas, limiting beliefs around health, you still need to get your career situated to provide for the health. So you see how there's areas of life that may intertwine or overlap to provide a synergy effect in your process of growth and evolution. I have done many areas of my life, and I have significantly significantly enjoyed the improvement and noticing this synergistic effect myself. So monitoring is important. Tracking your progress is very important. Highly encourage in this journaling to track your measurables. So when you create action steps, you're going to write those action steps out, and then you'll detail for each action step what exactly needs to be done. And from that process, for each action step and what needs to be done, you can create task items. I'll give an example. Your goal is to obtain a college degree, whatever it is. Obviously, you need to go pick a school. You need to pick a degree plan. You need to research financial obligations. So those are action steps. And then under the action steps, you could have tasking items like, I will research on the internet top schools for my degree. But maybe you need to pick the degree first. So then you're going to research, what degrees am I interested in? And depending on what your decision matrix is for the degree, you might look at what is the earning potential of the degree. What are the number of job vacancies for that degree? What are the possible health implications or benefits? You know, there's lots of things that go around choosing a particular degree, unless you just know exactly that's what I want to be. So there's task items, right? And then there's measurables that you could have for those task items. You could say, I'm going to determine my degree of choice in 2 weeks. And then from there, you can further break down what task items you need to do in order to achieve that decision in 2 weeks. It could be, I'm going to spend an hour a day researching on the internet, different schools, different programs. I don't want to get too far in the weeds of this particular example, but I think that exemplifies pretty well how you can get further subdivided tasking out of an individual action item. Okay, so that's part of the maintenance, that's part of the monitoring, and the long-term working this plan forward. Again, the amount of effort you put in is going to be the amount of effort or effect you receive. Energy goes where your attention goes. You will always receive the net benefit of what you put in. So in this regard, I ask you again to recommit that you're going to give it your all, your 100%, that this is not wave a magic wand and everything's going to magically happen for you. I give you as close to a magic wand as I can, which is all of the process that we went through with videos 1 through 5 of bringing your unconscious mind in alignment with your conscious mind to obtain the goals that you set and get as much of the limiting beliefs and baggage out of the way so that now you have complete, clear vision on what needs to happen to obtain your goal. So that's as much as a magic wand I can give, but there still is the element of taking action. Nothing in life ever happened by just waiting for it. We have to put action forward. So strongly encourage you guys to continue to take this action and move forward. Don't forget to celebrate your wins. Part of this process is being positive about all of your accomplishments. I will be vulnerable and share that I have struggled with this particular aspect. I set a goal, I'm super excited about it, and yet I was struggling where I was always thinking, dang it, I missed my mark. I didn't hit that goal. I need to do more. But I wouldn't spend the time to celebrate my wins. So please, as part of your maintenance and monitoring of the process, celebrate those wins. Create your action steps, create the subdivided tasking items in such a way that you can have victories, and take the time to celebrate those. Celebrate yourself for putting the effort in. So when you hit 90% of your SMART goal, make sure you celebrate and then create a new SMART goal. But you can do this same process of celebrating each time you reach a goal that's inside of your SMART goal. So for example, I'm going to spend an hour a day for 2 weeks in order to select my college that I want to go to in that particular hypothetical. Well, when you reach 90% of that, celebrate yourself. That's amazing. You hit that accomplishment. Move to the next item in your hierarchy of action steps to achieve your SMART goal. If you follow this process and really go all in for yourself, I know you're going to be amazed at how easy and effortless this entire process was to reach your SMART goal. So we'll conclude with that. Please feel free to go revisit the videos where we talk about the Ho'oponopono. I do want to share that you want to create a spiritual hygiene practice. Now, some people might be like, what? Spiritual? It's just an internal energetic cleansing of your body. And that's where the Ho'oponopono comes in, the daily forgiveness practice. That's where the grounding comes in to make sure we're calm, centered, and grounded, releasing any of the errant energy that's no longer needed for our body, and revisiting the release work whenever you feel that something comes up. So as part of your monitoring and maintenance, please consider including a daily routine of energetic hygiene. We'll use that for an easier way of explaining. And just go back and revisit these videos. With that, I want to say thank you. It's been a most amazing journey working with you guys on this. So excited that you've been through all of this with me. Love to hear feedback in the comments of how successful you are being in this process. Much love to you guys. Look forward to seeing you on the next videos.